What's the situation?
I found ski gear. It's a little hot in the sun.
Here we are again. We're just testing. Hello. We're going to show you number 3.
Why are you trying to save a dead joke?
Alright guys, and welcome to another episode of Do You Know What to Do? What do we have today?
We got a dressing screen or a room screen. They're kind of like not really used that much anymore today, but you know, they're still out there, they're still available, and some people still like them, especially for decoration. I think that's what this person's using it for.
Exactly, yeah. Sometimes you see it behind sofas and stuff like that, in magazines.
Yeah.
I've never really found a use for them, but hey, if you guys have, we're going to teach you how to reupholster this thing.
You may like it.
Exactly.
Obviously, this person likes it.
Yeah,
so,
it's a nice piece of...
This is old, from
furniture.
France.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what the date is, but it is really old. And a little tip idea, when you're taking out all the staples or tacks, this one had tacks, make sure that you don't have them on your table and they get caught up underneath, because the odds are behind there is decorative wood that's getting scarred and scratched when you're moving this thing around and there's a tack underneath there.
It really does help if you do that, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. This particular one of yours, if you're going to be working on one, probably has something like maybe GIMP or some kind of ribbon.
Yeah, which is standard. Or decorative nails, too. They actually do that as well.
Could do that as well. This one here had basically this decorative wood.
Like a trim to go around.
Yes, and we wrapped it, and this is number 3 that belongs here. You want one to stick to the exact one it came off of, because everything might be out of whack, a little wonky, and you need to get it back.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we did. Now here's one other thing, or 2 other things. One, we need a foundation.
Yes, exactly. We need a foundation fabric. This is just a standard canvas, what we had left over in the shop. You can use whatever you need, just something kind of strong to give it that support. The reason being is we have this pattern fabric, which I think is over here. Now this pattern fabric, obviously you don't want the pattern to get all wonky, and it's pretty easy for that to do if you're stretching and pulling to make sure that it looks nice and
it's laying down in there.
Right, exactly. In fact, just a quick question for you: would you want to do Decor on there to give it a plush look?
You could do that, yeah. You could do that. I didn't discuss it with him, so I don't know if that's what he'd want. But that would be kind of nice, because it would get a nice padded look.
Right. The previous one did not have that, or horsehair, or cotton, or anything. So.
No, it didn't have anything in between. It just had multiple layers because it was a silk.
Yeah.
And it was easy. You could see shadows. So what's the point, right? If you're going to really use this for what it was originally for. This fabric here is not wide enough. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
This fabric's not wide enough to railroad. Unfortunately, I'd like to be able to do that. Or, you know, just basically the bottom open. I don't think she's going to like that, or he's going to like that very much. So we're going to roll this. We can't roll this out this way. We're going to have to do it what's called up the bolt.
Yep. So you guys are up right now, which you guys are always up. You're always cool.
Up, number 1.
That's right.
So you see how this thing drops here like this?
Totally.
So we could line the bottom up, but then it's going to get kind of like, it's going to be a pain, because we got to make sure everything lines up, of course. So the pulling, it's going to be best to have a foundation
where this can lay on top and not have to be the upholstered look to it.
Right, exactly. So we can basically get it to lay down flat, and then pull it just a little, you know, a little here, a little there, and then keep the design running straight across.
Well said.
All right.
Well said.
So the next step is to roll out that canvas fabric.
Yep. And now, thankfully, this is, I guess this has to be like 60 inches.
That's cool. See, this here we can railroad. So that would be great if that one could do it, because then you could keep a continuous pattern. But whatever.
Yeah, c'est la vie.
Yeah, so we're going to put this down inside there.
I like that instead of wasting it, cutting it.
Yeah, why not? So we'll do a couple of anchors here. And just, yeah, another thing too we want to do.
Yes, sir.
We want to separate this. We got a little groove for the 2 pieces of wood to come together.
It's kind of hard to feel, but you can kind of feel it right there.
You got it right away, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. We're going to take a pen in a moment. Once we get this stapled, then we're going to make a pen mark all the way up, and then we're going to razor blade to the left and to the right of that.
One quick thing, too, if I may add.
Yep.
Also, if you ever do something this big or anything, even if it's a slip seat, something small, always start in the middle. too.
Yeah.
Work your way out.
Work your way out.
Because if you start on the ends, you can't fix the middle if you have a big wrinkle in there.
You have a pucker there.
So always start from the middle.
All right, let's go.
Always start from the middle.
That's funny. Start from the middle. Don't upset him.
Well, actually, aren't you supposed to start in the middle?
I don't care.
You're funny.
I don't care. You're funny.
All right, so we finished with putting on the foundation fabric, and we're all ready. Now, we have two sides to this thing, right?
Yeah, right.
So we're going to have to do the other side. Yeah, so we got this thing done. Real fast, just to tell if you got this correct, you can start doing the drum test. If it's E minor, you're good.
That's a G.
I think that one's good. Oh, that's a G?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, together it's a G.
Dang. All right, but I think we're okay.
You're crazy, that's funny.
All right.
There's a little quick tip you can do to find out if you ran out of staples. There's nothing worse than holding the fabric in place. You staple and you're out. So the best thing you can do is take a Sharpie or any magic marker, or any marker I should say. Magic I think is an actual brand. You take a permanent marker.
Magic.
I think it's called magic marker.
I'm joking. Like it's not magic.
Yeah, it's not. Never goes away, right? Well, they were easily pleased, weren't they? Hit the marker! Check it out! It won't go away. Make a little black mark like this, and then you know when you see this, especially on a white fabric, then you know that you're about to go home.
That's right.
You're out of staples.
That's perfect. Can I actually have that one?
You can actually have that one.
Thank you so much.
There you go. No, seriously, it's a time saver.
It is, no joke.
You're going to like it. Okay, so it's the next day. We already put a foundation fabric on the other side.
Yep. Okay. So we got both sides of the foundation fabric ready to go.
Ready to go. Now we laid out the fabric here. We're going to line everything up the best we can at the bottom here. This is the bottom.
Yeah.
Word to the wise, it's best to line the top up first. Okay, we didn't do that yet, but we're going to. I just started messing around with it here. But do the top first because that's what most people are going to be seeing.
Right, because it's obviously closest to your face. Yeah.
Right, right. So let's make sure that's straight.
Okay.
And we're going to go over there and do that, and you're going to see us start to install it.
That's looking good. Now, are you doing around this hinge or just getting close to right here?
I was thinking about just taking my scissors and cutting it.
Smart. Okay, so we've got the two panels on right now. We were able to get this out one roll, which was nice. One roll of the bolt. Now what we're having to do is line up this, the second roll that we're doing. And we have to make sure that it matches up with this middle panel. Not just the up and down as we're doing now, but also the side to side, because you don't want it to look like you just skipped right over it. So right now Dad's folding the fabric over to see how the pattern will match compared to this middle panel.
Which I think looks pretty good right there.
I think that looks really good.
Alright, so I'm just going to cut this right on up here.
Okay, that looks good.
It does to me too. You know, actually, I can see this thing's off a little bit right there, so I just compensated it.
Okay.
So the pen mark was off a little bit. Okay.
Let me actually start grabbing my staple gun. I'm going to have you step out real fast.
So he needs me to leave? I'm glad to. Going to
That's
lunch.
funny.
All right. Let's just do B-roll now.
Yeah. All right, so next is we're just going to go ahead and start stapling. Aren't you glad you have a serious partner?
Huh?
Aren't you glad you have a serious partner?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's the situation? I can't go in my tank top when it's freezing outside.
I found ski gear. It's a little hot in the summer.
Okay, so now we're ready to put the fabric on the back.
Yeah, it's this interesting pattern that he chose.
Yeah, Illuminati. It is quite interesting. This here has a pattern that is just up and down, left and right. It doesn't really seem to
have a continuous line that goes through.
That's a good way of saying it doesn't, because like this one's higher than that one, and this one you'd think would line up with one over here, and it doesn't. So what he does want to do is save this side right here as
a trim
the
to go
trim
over top of these staples.
Yes.
Thankfully, though, since this is such a straight line going straight up the bolt, we're going to go ahead and cut this off now because we don't want to be stapling near this. Again, we're saying this is a trim. We'll cut this off now, but when we cut it off, we'll have that straight line to go by. And that's the only thing, unfortunately, that we have to go by to make sure this thing doesn't get askewed. Mm-hmm. Basically, make sure it doesn't start going down or up, or it gets all messed up.
Right, could be all cockeyed and everything.
Exactly,
so,
I like that better word.
I'm going to pull this down. I'm cutting this off. So we're going to cut this, as he just now said, we're cutting this off, and we're going to lay it where we want to on the bottom, right here.
Right.
And then this should be straight, and this should be straight. I think it's the best we can really offer.
Yeah, just line up the sides as best we can. Thankfully, the fabric is pretty definitive with the pattern. So it's not like it's a weird pattern that's hard to tell.
Like a vine or something.
Right, exactly. This is actually a human being. I think it is.
Yeah, right.
But in any case,
Illuminati.
That's right. We're going to be lining it up pretty easily. So you guys get the idea. And we'll just roll through it and you guys will see it.
Okay, so we'll move on and cut this off.
Let's do it. I'll actually leave that.
All right, this is looking fine.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. So we were able to do the 2 panels, but midway, 2 things happened to our mics. Number one,
man,
Dad's what?
What you're saying?
Oh yeah, Dad's battery kind of short-circuited.
It did short-circuit. They went poof in my back, right over here on my belt. And then I was like, whoa, someone's playing a joke on me.
His butt was on fire.
Yeah, he was on the other side. I thought it was like the air gun or something.
That's funny.
I did. But it was like, poof. I was like, what's that? And then I'm thinking, what is, my back's to the wall.
And then what's that smell? And it's burning plastic. So basically, we put lithiums in these transmitters, and you're not supposed to do that, I guess.
That was a mistake.
Well,
they are cheap lithiums, too.
They are cheap lithiums. In any case, that happened, and then later on, my transmitter started doing something kind of funny where it had a muted sound to it. In any case, went over to Nick's house. He's a great friend of ours. He's always helped us with the videos. And thank you, Nick. You saved us with this one, and we're using his mics now. So that might sound a little bit different. We're going to explain what we did. Again, we only did 2 panels right now. We're working on the 3rd.
Right, see, 2 are done. Stapled down. They look pretty good.
And we also started working on the trim as well. But first, we're going to show you how we're going to line up this 3rd one.
Right. So we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Definitely.
We have this lady here, and she only shows up when she feels like it. Like,
hello, lady.
Like here and here.
Yeah.
So at first I was thinking if I went to the other side, would that be enough? But when we line her up, no. Look at that. That's not going to work. So the other spot is here, okay?
Yep.
And we're going to have to cut, half her head off here, or the side of her head here. So this is too much fabric, and I'm just going to eyeball this right on up to this guy, him holding, or her holding his staff, or her staff.
This guy girl.
Yeah.
Holding his staff.
That's right.
What is it? Queen Antoinette? Isn't that the one who got her head lopped off?
That was Queen Latifah.
That
I don't know. Yeah. I think so.
Antoinette? I remember from a video game, honestly. That's the only reason why I would remember. But
I heard she got framed. I heard her and her husband got framed.
I've heard that too.
They didn't really.
The first conspiracy.
Well, yeah. Amen.
No, one of the first.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, now I know that's not close enough, but it's enough to fold over, and we get an idea what we're looking for.
Come on. There we go.
Okay.
I'm in trouble here.
You are, buddy. No worries. So, We're looking at something. What's so funny?
I'm leaning in. It's like I'm smelling your pit or something.
Oh my God, man!
That's the first thing I thought because I'm like leaning in to look at what you're doing. It's like, what am I doing here?
Well, I showered last week. Don't worry about it.
Just back up.
It's only 90 degrees out.
That's right.
All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to cut this and get closer, fabric end-wise, you know, and so we can fold this over
In
just a
fact,
little bit.
would it help if I threw a pin in there? We'll flip this thing over, and then line up the excess, like right here, with the other selvage, so that way it's level, and then we know we have a somewhat straight line, just cut all the way up. Would that be good?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. So you're saying like right here?
Yeah, just cut
No, I
all
like
the way
that,
up.
Grant. That's a good idea. Maybe we should iron it.
I think so.
All right, let me get
So
the
let's get
iron.
this thing out of the way. There you go. That's really good.
All right, sir. Close enough, I think, right?
Yeah. That's what we say
Famous
for all
last
work.
word.
Close
Right.
enough. Here, if
Famous.
I may. Scoot this down just a little bit.
Man, you're picky.
I am picky.
Hey, put your hands down there again, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Never.
All right. Cool.
All right, done. All right, good enough?
Good enough?
Not going to fire me again, are you?
Nope.
That's what you said last time you fired me.
I'll just fax it to you.
Yo.
Yeah, the same.
Text
The desks are pushed up together where we sit for our work. Just fax it over.
You're so
fired.
funny. Fax over. Coming from a generation who grew up with text, you pick faxes that went out 10
That's
years,
true.
20 years ago. All right, sir. Oh,
Boom. Excellent.
remember when I got my first fax machine? I
Yeah.
was like, oh, yeah.
Hot stuff, right?
Yeah, you know, faxes were around in late 1800s.
Really?
I'm dead serious, yep.
Rich man's
I
toy?
mean, not like the modern one we have today. Oh, I'm sure it was a rich man's toy. But yeah, you do your research, you'll find out like the first fax was done, I think the late 1800s.
That's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get on the other end and adjust it.
Where'd she go? Oh, yeah, okay, because I forgot she's half-headed. She's not half-hearted, she's half-headed.
That's right. There we go. That,
What do you think, folks?
perfect.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Not bad? Whoa, that's weird.
What?
Well, that's okay. I don't know why that folded. Oh, I didn't cut it right, that's why.
Yeah.
That's
It
okay.
actually kind of works out to our benefit.
Yeah, it's okay.
Very nice.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Quality work.
Yeah. How do you feel being the Powerball winner? It's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a couple trillion.
Not bad. Is this going to take long?
All right, I'm gonna.
This looks good, man.
You know what? How's that pyramid dude looks in the middle, right next to the hinge?
Left or right?
Right in the
him?
middle. Up, no, right in the middle of the up, right in the
Here?
middle.
Oh, him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. He looks like a guy wearing a pyramid.
All right, can I staple him?
Illuminati. Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go, folks. Oh wait, I got to cut this off still. So
You
you
know,
can.
this thing's upside down.
Oh, could you imagine that?
Oh boy. No, it's not. So it looks really good.
We'll have to hang the client by his feet.
That's fine.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, put me down, you bastard.
All right. So again, we have this 2-inch trim that we have. You know what? I need my safety glasses.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this stuff fights back. You know?
That's crazy.
No, I'm joking. All right, so we have the 2-inch trim right here that we're going to be using. We're going to be folding it again in thirds, basically. We're going to be turning. I'm looking at him because I'm like, is that right? You
You're
know?
the one who did it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is thirds. It's not half because you just fold it in half. It is
It is
thirds.
third, yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, has your mom ever taught you how to roll up a towel, a bathroom towel? My mom did. In any case, same principle. You take it and you fold it in thirds. So you fold it like that. So really, the top edge right here gets folded in the middle. All right, so you have it like that. It looks beautiful. Go ahead and iron that down. So we're going to do that real fast. We're going to fold that into the middle. Okay. And get enough cord on the iron. Don't choke yourself. iron that down. Watch your fingers too. You can burn yourself pretty bad. I already burned myself today. It's not fun. It's a nice little crease right there. This fabric creases really well, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's a cotton.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. In any case, what you want to do next is we have the ugly edge inside the middle. So it looks good so far. Again, put it back down so you guys can see it. Turn the other side over on top of that and iron that down as well. Now, one thing that I would suggest too, this pattern allows this to happen a lot easier because it is a geometric, so it's a continuous pattern that has straight lines. So you can go ahead and look on the back side and keep a reference of that. So as you can see, each of these little orange little rectangles are about the same size or same width when you fold it over. So I keep an eye on that. So we're going to keep going down. Again, fold the first, or in this case the top, in the middle, then the bottom, over top of that, and then iron down. And then we'll have our trim to go around the Illuminati fabric.
Yeah, that's funny. What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't ask me. I know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
No. What was that?
That was Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, yeah, man. You go way back, man.
I do. We'll be going around this, and you guys are going to see us do that next.
Okay.
One thing I did want to mention is that the reason why we use this heat tape, as we're calling it, is because this, when you just iron it down, can fold open. You don't have to get this. You can just go ahead and glue it down twice. You glue down the bottom first, and then when it's folded, when it's open, you can glue down right here and then fold the fabric back down.
Just in case they don't know what you're talking about, you might need to use the camera again, sorry. Is when you glue this down, you're like, oh, this is so beautiful. You know, you glue it down, everything's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'm going with what you're saying here.
Exactly.
For the viewer to see. Then that flops open. Because this glued down, but not this.
Right.
So you can do hot glue on this and then hot glue on that. We didn't want to mess with it, so we ironed this down, had it all as one, and then glued it down.
Exactly.
All right, so that's it. And if you run across this and you want to do it, now you know what to do. Thanks for watching.